Hi everyone, it's Amy and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to play around with some shrink plastics, or more known as Shrinky Dinks in the US. And I'll be showing you guys how I made these adorable cat pins, perfect for cat lovers such as myself, since I am a cat mom of 2 girls. So stick around and I'll show you guys how to do it. Alright, enjoy the video. So as of late, I've been quite addicted to shrink plastic crafting, and I made a bunch of cute little charms to keep myself busy during this time, which all of them are posted on my Instagram. So if you want, come follow me and you can see all the stuff that I've been working on. Okay, so here's a finished sketch, and since my sketch is too small, I did have to scan it in my computer to make it bigger, since shrink plastic will shrink about 50% of its original size after baking. I mean, at least with the ones that I'm using. So check with your brand and adjust the size of your image accordingly. I also flipped the image horizontally, so make sure you do this step as well. So I'll be using the glossy shrink plastic, and here I'm prepping the surface by cleaning it with some isopropyl alcohol. This will remove any oil or dirt, which will help the ink stick better on the plastic. Then we're just going to secure it with tape, trace, and color. And I'm just using Sharpie permanent marker for this process. Here's a tip when cutting shrinkies. When you get to a sharp corner like here, do not continue the cut, as this will tear or bruise the plastic. Instead, flip it over and cut from the other direction towards the corner. I'm using convection toaster oven to bake my pieces, and it has been preheating for a few minutes. Make sure to follow the baking instructions of your shrinkies because it will vary by brand. Now don't panic here, it's supposed to curl as it shrinks. It will eventually uncurl itself. So I take it out as soon as I see it starting to flatten out. If you leave it in there for too long, it will overheat and you'll get tiny micro bubbles in the plastic. So timing is everything here. As soon as it's out of the oven, I use something flat to press down on it as it cools down, so you end up with a nice flat piece. Next, I'm going to seal the plastic with Mod Podge. I prefer the super gloss variety since it dries clear and there's no fogginess when it dries. And yes, I'm actually using my finger to do this because the brush will leave brush strokes, which will be very visible when the resin layer is applied. So here are the reasons to why you need to seal the plastic. Number 1, Sharpie marker needs to be sealed before the resin layer to prevent the ink from bleeding. Number 2, resin just doesn't adhere well to shrink plastics in general. And it's surprising how people don't talk about this, but check out this video by my friend Tomatora to see what I'm talking about. I'll put a card on the upper right corner and also in the description box. Also sub to her while you're at it. So basically the layer of Mod Podge will help the resin stick to the plastic. I'm going to apply an even thin coat of no wipe gel top coat. You can also use UV resin for this step, but I prefer the gel top coat because I can apply it quite thin. Alright, So here are the chameleon flaky nail powders I'm going to use to burnish onto the gel. This is where it gets fun. You can use any nail pigment powder you want, or any pigment powder really. You can use holographic, chrome, mirror powders. I mean, you have so many different options nowadays, so you know, have fun with it. Now I'm going to do this step multiple times to build up the color. Now it may not look like much right now, but once we add the black layer behind it, the color will pop. And to do that, I'm going to paint on regular acrylic black paint. And here we are, all finished, and they are so beautiful. They don't even look like they're made out of shrink plastics. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope it inspired you to try Shrinkies or Shrinky Dinks or shrink plastics. It's such a fun craft medium to work with, and honestly I wish it was more popular here in the US. Anyway, I did learn quite a bit of stuff while working with it, and I'm still learning, but I don't know if you guys would be interested in more shrink plastic videos. I mean, is this something you'd like to see in the future? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, so thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!